but it's not a corset like it's not a garment. We are at Soera Bernina in DFW, Texas. We have a beautiful store full of fabrics and Bernina machines. Join us on this really spooky project. It fell. I printed 2 of each, so I'm trying to find which one is which. I just assembled it. I cut it in several different pieces. This pattern you can find online on Kinpatsu.com. This is her witch hat pattern, and I scaled it down a little bit because it was just huge. So this is probably at an 85% scale, and if you wanted to print that way, all you have to do is open it on Adobe Acrobat Reader, and when you go to the printer settings, select poster, go to 85% and make sure that everything lines up. You're good to go. All you have to do is tape it up and cut it down. 100% cotton fabric, fusible stabilizer. Peltex 71F. I like using this for bags or for adding structure to anything, really, in cosplay or for garments, or honestly mostly for bags. I also picked a really cool Alexander Henry fabric for the lining, with a bit of Dia de los Muertos theme. You can see the skeletons, the mariachis, very fun. And some accents in gold. I'm going to add this as a belt around the hat. So let's get started. Now, I always recommend pre-washing your fabric, as you know, but in this case, we are just gonna go ahead and start cutting it. I am going to start cutting the stabilizer, and then we are going to attach it to the fabric, and we will go from there. We're going to need 2 of these pieces. We will cut them along the grain, so this way. Now I am going to have to add some seam allowance to this pattern because it did not have seam allowance before, but it's okay, we're going to make our own. I like adding a seam allowance around 1/8 of an inch or 1 centimeter. Now let's go ahead and cut this fabric, then we're going to cut the lining. I just want to make sure that everything fits just right, so I'm going to be very precise and cut it based on this pattern right here. Again, I'm lining it up with the grain. Look at this. Let's find the grain. It's great at unraveling and fraying. So I want to go ahead and use the serger on this because I know it's just going to keep doing that. So, and I'm also very excited to check out the serger. So let's give this serger a go. This right here, it's the Bernina, I don't see a number. This is threaded with a 4-thread system. So there she goes. Now, usually I recommend that you pin this, but I didn't. But as long as you have a firm hand. Look at the beautiful even serge. Perfect. All right. Oh, I knew it. It was purple. Should I introduce the machine? We are using the B79 Bernette Yaya Han Edition. There's a few features that are absolutely essential for me for any machine. So the walking foot, it's amazing. Since I discovered walking foots, I cannot go back. The automatic needle threader, super easy to use. If you want to do back stitching, you do have a button for back stitching down here. So we're gonna use both so that you guys can see the difference between those. And it also has an automatic thread cutter. There you go. The automatic foot up and down. Why is this cool? It can go up and down. It will make your life so much easier. I have my pedal, my foot control pedal. And it will go up. It does it all for you automatically. I didn't have to touch anything else, and it is done. backstitching. Now, I do like a good backstitch, but sometimes when I am working on a very precise and complicated project, maybe when I'm doing applique or when I'm doing piecing on spandex, I want a very precise knot at the beginning instead of my backstitching. So let's just run a test with both so that we can see the difference. So I'm going to press this button right here, and the screen immediately shows me that it was activated. It will show me this little icon. That means that the machine will automatically tie a knot in place without backstitching it, which is great for garments and for complicated projects. And if I am done and I want to tie another knot, I'm going to press the button again. And we are done. We cut the thread. You have the beginning of your seam right here. Now let's talk about the backstitch. If I'm working on something like denim or I want a very strong tote bag, I definitely want to backstitch it a couple of times at least. So let me lower my presser foot and I'm going to press this button right here. Now you do have to keep it pressed so that it goes backwards, and the screen will also tell you that it will start going backwards. So I think it's really cool. The machine is very intuitive. I will say that it's foolproof because as long as you can see the screen, you know exactly what is happening, which is very cool. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it pressed and I'm gonna press this button. It starts backstitching. And when I let it go, it starts going forward. Now, if I'm at the end of my project, I will go ahead and keep it pressed. And if I wanted to, I could do an entire row backstitching. Got it? There we go. It is ready. But you can see the difference with the backstitch. You have double the amount of thread. I love how easy it is to make letters and numbers in here. I really like the cursive in here. And right here, the machine tells you exactly where the needle is. I love that function. You always know what is going on and you always know just where your needle is. And that is so important when you are doing any sort of like detailed project. Maybe we can do this on the brim. It kind of fits.
Simple. I just got.
There we go. Like that. I love how easy it is to pivot with this pedal. This foot pedal is so sensitive. You can just do everything here. Whenever you have curves, just go ahead and make some notches around them. This way will be easier for the fabric to fold around. I use this trick when I'm working with wovens. Spandex are usually fine, but it will look better if you do this. I do 2 at a time just because it's a little bit faster. It's not a perfect circle anymore, but it will look great once we flip it inside out. Look at this, evenly pressed and beautiful. Now we're going to put this inside like a donut. I think it's good now, like this. Now it has more structure. Have to make sure these 2 pieces match. It's getting there. Just gonna seam rip it a little bit right there. I'm going to line up and butterfly this stitch. I should have attached the donut at the end. But anyway, live and learn. Trust the process. we're gonna have to cut these and beautiful. Yep. And then I flip it so it's easier to sew. And this is also machine washable. So all in all, a big win. And I'm going to close this like so. And cut it. And now when I do my top stitch, I can cover that little hole. Let's go ahead and top stitch that right there. Now for these, I want to move the needle all the way to the left. Let's go ahead and move. And I'm gonna start right here, really close to the edge. Also, this machine is going through this super thick stabilizer so easily. I think that is worth mentioning. This is very thick, and I didn't even have to adjust the pressure or anything like that. Everything is automatic. It went from cotton to super thick stabilizer, just like that. Yeah, I have to fix that right there, but for now, we can just go ahead and let's top stitch this side first. Almost done. I'm just gonna add another top stitch around the inner rim. Here. Little puppy. Okay, now we're going to do the last piece, which is the little golden band around the hat. But so far so good. Look at this. It's beautiful. I want to do a diagonal line at the end, but in order to do that I have to serge it. And here I have my edge, so all I'm going to do is base stitch it first. Easy. And I'm not even going to lock it because I'm going to serge it. It's important that you base stitch before you serge, especially with this type of fabrics that just love moving around so much. So it's just to make your life easier. And now you're probably wondering, well, how do you turn it inside out? We're going to have to make a teeny tiny new hole. So we're going to open the seam right in the middle. This is going to be hidden, and then I can top stitch it once again. It's not a problem at all. I'm just going to grab a couple of threads right here and on the other side too, and I'm going to make a hole about an inch wide. That should be enough. Flip it inside out, and we grab our chopstick, super powerful tool, just like this. Close these. This one right here just needs a bit more love. It's like trying to move. It's nice and neat. It may take a moment because we have to go through the letters one by one. Okay. Now fingers crossed this will work. Sew it up. I did the little tail. Nice. Finally, I did bring a really cool buckle we do this one or this one. I also have this one. Gold on gold. And we have a Halloween hat. Perfect for any costume. And there you have it, a beautiful witch's hat made 100% with the Bernette B79 by Yaya Han. I absolutely love this machine. It was able to go through the stabilizer, the cotton, the satin, everything without any major adjustments. The automatic tensions and the walking foot are truly game changers, and this machine is just so easy to use. I also want to give a huge shout out to Madeline here at Sew It Up for letting us come in, record this video, and giving us this beautiful fabric to make the hat.
It's so cute. It turned out adorable. I didn't even realize you put our name on it. How cute.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much. I'd love to thank Melanie for coming out. We've had so much fun watching you make it today. I really was shocked when you said you were gonna make a witch hat. I was like, oh, a witch hat, you know, like a cone? This is something else. It's so cute. If anybody wants to come in and see the cute witch hat, we will have it on display here. We've got lots of fun fabrics similar to this. So if you're in the Hurst area, come on in and see the fun stuff.
Yes, come on over, give this machine a go. It's beautiful. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.